turned into a place where I have prayer. And so anyway, so if you see those chairs in the back, they're prayer chairs. And then also too, I am going to share with you what we're going to be working on. I found all these blocks just recently. I found a whole bag of them. I think I have a set of 18. And also too, I found all these little birds that I did at a what is it, a quilt guild or something, and I found the birds. I started putting them together. I thought it'd be a nice live stream where we are working in a different space. Also too, I have my iron and I have a camera with my iron and everything kind of set up. And what I really wanted to work on today is, I'm going to put you here. I want to see if we can make that quilt block. I need one more to finish. I want to do 2 throws. So I need one more, and I thought you guys would just like to do it. So this live stream is just mainly going to be about how to make this one. Oh, some people are here, praise the Lord. I started the live stream and I didn't put YouTube. So I was like talking like, and nothing, no one was here. Nice to meet you or see you, Mary. Darlene is here. Thank you for letting me know that I'm going live. So I wanted to share how to make this quilt block and what you're going to need. And I made all these quilt blocks, and you can see, I'll move all the fabric. I made all these quilt blocks probably like 10 years ago. I have a video of when I made them. So if you want to do a video, you can watch a video on how I made them. Let me also stand this up so you can see. I also found I want to kind of get stuff done this year. And I love working for my clients, and I'm still doing a lot of work for them, but I tend to not be filming them as much because it takes a lot to film and work, and so I'm just kind of getting it done. But what I wanted to do this year is get a lot of my projects done. So I found this one. Hi, Wendy. Nice to have you here. I think your name is Lori. Nice to have you here. Thank you for being on my live. We're going to do this. So if you want to learn how to do this block, I do have a video on it. I also wanted to share with you, I have my dogs. If my dogs come in here and make a mess, please just forgive me. This is my house. Let me move these. So yesterday night, I was going to do a live last night, and instead, my husband was watching his football game, which is great. He's fine. He can watch his football game. And I found all these little bird. I was at a I had a, I don't know, what was it? I think it was a quilt guild, and everybody in the guild made the birds. And I remember this lady, her name is Betty. Is she still Betty? Betty? She needed to, you had to make 4 of these birds to be put in the pot to win them. And I think she was 1 short, and I had made a whole bunch of them. And I said, if I give you 1 and you win, you give me half the pot. Or I think I gave her 2. And so she won and gave me half of the birds. So this is one of the, and every time I see this human being, she asked me, did you finish your birds? Like, did you turn it into a quilt? And my answer would be like, no, I didn't do that. So this one's mine because I love batik fabric. What's neat about paper piecing is all those little scraps that you have everywhere, you can make birds or paper piece stuff. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then these, I don't know if I could use because the colors are so bright. Maybe I'll put them on the border. 20. So here's 20. 21. Look at this one. 22. I think this is one of, I had a group of friends that we sat around together and we made them so that we would participate in the giveaway. I think this was my extra one that I gave. So she went through the pile and then she gave, I bet she kept the best ones and then gave me these. So I found this yesterday, and then, all right, hopefully you can see me. Let me see if you can see me. Yeah, you can see me. Yeah, see all my little birds. So she did something really neat with these birds. She turned around and she made them into a quilt and then gave like binoculars to her grandchildren or something, or her grandkids. And the quilt, she hung it somewhere so they could bird watch. I thought that idea was so cute. I have grandkids, and so and then my daughter was saying that it'd be neat, like to do like, can you see the one that has a blue sky? Can you see the one that has like I don't know, a colorful color, like different beaks? But so I found this one, and then in the pile of this one, because it was a paper piecing thing, I found this. So if you're here with me, I found this in a bag of my batiks. So I paper piece birdhouses and trees. And so my daughter's like, well, what are you going to do with it? I thought I could put this together with the birds, but then it's a whole bunch of mathing and it's a whole bunch of different, I just don't have the energy for it. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this in the back of the quilt so it's reversible, and have the birds on one side. And you can see I was already building it. You can see I'm building it. I'm trying not to have everything perfectly in line because it's a whole bunch of different women that did the birds. And, you know, it's not perfect in the sense, like some people didn't do the birds right. You can see that the seams aren't right. But I don't care. I think it'd be cute just to finish it. So I found these. But my sweetest treasure, hopefully you can see me, I found all of these. So I was laying them out, and I was going to ask you guys if I should just put them together or just put them together. And so I was going to do, I think this is the set of 9 I was going to put together. Hold on. So I'm glad you're here with me, because if you're here with me, y'all probably sew longer and I won't. I used to love getting together with some women. So this is one of them. And then I was thinking thoughts of adding sashing in between all of them. So I could connect them all and not put sashing, or I was thinking of, so y'all tell me, sashing or no sashing? I was thinking of putting sashing here in between them, and I'll move you here so you can see it in a minute. But anyway, I was going to put sashing, and I was thinking of, let me see if I could show you. So this is kind of what it looks like without any of the sashing. Right, hold on. I'll move you here so you can see it better. This is what it looks like without the sashing. But I was thinking of putting like that sashing. And then, I don't know, I also, let me move you here. So I found all these. I think I have 18, 16, or 7. I think I have 15. So what do y'all think? Hold on, let me sit down. I want to sit down. So I wanted to ask you guys, let me have the camera coming down. Hi, I'm here. I'm back. I was thinking of doing, and I don't know, because it has greens, reds, blues, I was thinking of this as a sashing. And I was thinking of this as a cornerstone. And then I was thinking, so I'm just thinking a lot. You know how you have the sashing where part of it looks like a star? I don't know how to do that. This is a 2.5-inch sashing. I know you use a small triangle, square, and then you sew it like vertically, and then you trim it and cut it off. Anyway, I guess you guys are gonna come and hang with me if you want. And so So this was the sashing I was thinking of. And then I was thinking of these as cornerstones. And then I was thinking, like, I wanted to make a star. Can I do that? So what do you think? I need your help. So you're going to see my dogs in a little bit because they're outside terrorizing that neighborhood. I was thinking of, I don't know. But what I wanted to do today is, if you were interested on learning how to make these, to make all these blocks, I think it was a layer cake. Is a layer cake a 10 by 10 square? 10 by 10 square. And then let me share with you, do I have a 10 by 10 square? This is not a 10 by 10 square. So what you do is you get your 10 by 10 squares. This is how I made all of these. You do a line all the way across, and you see that I have sewn one of them. And then, let me see, I do have a video of this where it's not going to be such a mess, because on live streams, you go with the flow. You go with, and this is different for me. I kind of got used to the flow, where it was like you go with the flow differently. So you pick a light and a dark out of your layer cake. It's a layer cake, right? A 10 by 10 layer cake. Come on, go out. What is it? This way? Come on, machine, go out, please. Don't be at my face. So it's a layer. I drew a line, and I already sewed one line, so I'm not wasting your time. This is the featherweight that caused so much controversy in my life. This is a little featherweight that kind of ruined my life for a couple months. Can you imagine? I got her fixed. Hopefully she stays fixed. Hopefully, if not, I have another featherweight ready to go. I wanted to use her. So here she is. I'm going to go ahead. I drew a line all the way across. This is a 7 by 7 square, but the squares that I used were 10 by 10. You drew a line, and then you sewed on each side, and you can see my sewing is like some crap. Let me fix that. I was trying to make this so that you guys aren't like bored with me. Let me go. And then I'm going to pull the thread. I noticed with featherweights that the best way to work them is to pull the thread. Give yourself enough thread so that when it goes down, it doesn't pull out of the needle. So then I'm going to pull this thread. So I sewed on one side, if you could see that. And I'm going to sew on this side. Look how beautiful she sounds when I got her to work. Let me just share that this machine has been so much trouble in my life. She really has. I lost friendships because of it. And but I got her to work. Praise God. She's beautiful. She looks like my Jesus banner, the color of my Jesus banner. So I'm going to go ahead and trim. All right. So here you end up with two pieces. To do this quilt block, I believe you need to have 4 sets of 2, because this is 1 set. And then you have your half square triangles, right? So one of the things that you do with your half square triangles is you iron them out, and you have 2 different colors, and you have this. So this is my half square triangles. So this is 1 set of colors, and then this is a different set of colors. So you need to make yourself 8 of these. So 8 of these. Hopefully I'm helping. Corner squares on the strip and meet your squares in the middle. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try that on the sashing. What size though? If I have a 2.5-inch square, would it need to be a 1-inch square? Anyway, we'll figure that out. So now you have 2 half square triangles. This is 1, and this is number 2. Let me pull it back so you can see it better. This is 1 and number 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this. Okay? And you're going to have, I believe, I made a couple. I literally got here early today. So this is one set that has square triangles, and this is an opposite type of color. And then you get 2 sets. But here you're using 4 different fabrics, I believe. Yeah. But I'm trying to explain myself. One of these is really, come on, Lorena, one side of this. Okay? I do have a video on how to make these blocks, but I thought that it'd be fun because I need a block to put it together and you guys to watch me. So if you see, you draw a line on one of these and go across. And then you sew a line on each side. Can you see that? Quarter square triangles. Okay, I'm going to try it. And then I already sewed this side, so it looks like this. Oops, I'm sorry I hit the mic. And then I'm going to sew all the way down. The way I kind of pin these together is I have these really long pins, and I go down because you want it to sit really pretty here. Anyway, and all right, so I'm going to sew this way so I could finish it off. I was like, how can I show them how I did this? Just in case they want to make this. Ay, machina. Let me thread my thread. All right, y'all gonna watch me thread my thread. Let's hang out. So how are y'all today? While I thread the needle, how you been? How you doing? It's almost the end of October. Can you believe it? It's almost the end of October. We are almost in November, which we're getting into the holidays. Can you imagine? Let me see if I could pan you out. We're getting into the holidays. Stop. Telling my camera, stop. We're into the holidays now. While you watch me thread the needle. I thought I fixed this, and one of the dumbest mistakes is threading the needle. Yeah, I was getting real frustrated. I was going to sell this machine because it came with so much frustration. But maybe not. Maybe I offered it to a couple people. Let me sew. Oh, let's see. Let me sew. Okay, so you saw me sew 1 way down, 2 ways down. Yes? It's good over there, but it's cold. Okay, so what weather is it? Finally here. I live in Texas. I live by San Antonio. I'm in between San Antonio and Austin. I'm closer to San Antonio. I guess maybe I could say I'm closer to New Braunfels. But if you guys want to know, like Texas, like a state area, it's I'm in how can I say? I'm in between Austin. Some people don't know. Let me move you here so you can see this view. So here you are. I'll move you here so you can see further out and then see me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim. Can you see the cutting area? Probably not, huh? There's my cutting area. And then I'm going to get my iron on. I burned myself with my iron today. So pissed off at myself. I've never burned myself. Also, too, I've never stabbed myself with a pair of scissors or a knife. You know how people say, and my lines are crooked, but it's okay. I've never cut myself, burned myself, ever. In all the years I've sewn, I've never cut myself in any way. So let me share you with this. I've already done these, and you can see where it's a little bit off. I'm not going to resew it. What it is you have to really pin. I literally pin the seam. I pin the seam down and I pin the seam on the other end. And then I use a really long pin, like one of these long pins. And I get on the seam and I touch the seam and then I go and I grab it so that when I'm sewing it, it doesn't move on me. Come on. Do not do that to me. All right. So that's kind of what I do. I use a long pin and then I really literally just sew on the pin, over the pin. I know you're not supposed to. And then you get that beautiful right on the dot seam. So let me go ahead and iron and I'll show you me ironing. Man, this camera, I'm going to turn you off if you're going to give me a hard time. And then you end up having a lot of bias when you do this. So there's a lot of movement in the fabric, which is a good thing. Let me do this other one. Where's my other one? Is this it? So you can see that block. So every time you do these, you end up with two. So this is one of them. And this is another one. What did I do wrong? All right. I maybe built an extra one. Do I need to iron this one? So you can see, and they kind of flip. I don't know if you want to see it. They kind of flip. So this is opposite a bit. And then you can see where I didn't have it in line right. I also wanted you to see that too, that it happens. I usually unstitch it and resew it, but I'm going to leave it alone because this is an extra one. And then I'm going to iron this one. So you need, I believe, 4 sets, which means you need 4 pieces of fabric, 4 dark, 4 light, or 4 background, in your version of light. And I know, like here, I have like a weird orange one. So you make these 4. Then I think you go, maybe I made too many. Yeah, I think I made too many. Yeah, because I was like, let me show them. Let me show them how I'm doing this. Okay, so this is this one. So you need 4 of these. So the truth is you really need 2 light and 2 dark. And now you have my 2. Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not. Whatever. Lorena. So this is one. And maybe I could get you to turn. I'm a bit confused, so just ignore me, okay? So this goes this way. Yeah? And it depends on what you want to use center. And this goes this way. Wait. This way. Yeah, I kind of messed up, y'all. But it's okay. Is that right? So you can see let me show you the block. Let me move my arm. That would be nice, right? Come on, show the block. So you could see, move it here. These end up being 17 and a half or 18-inch squares. Like you could see, I'm going to move this one this way, and you can alternate it. That's that one. Does that look better? Or no? I think I messed up. I don't know, y'all. I need to look at the blocks themselves. Because these are right. And then you could do it different. So let's say you want to do the blue in the center. And then this one. And it's like a large pinwheel. What did I do wrong? I can't figure it out. Lorena. Okay, this is this way. All right, where am I off? Okay, this is where I'm at. Goes like that, kind of like that. Yes? Anyway, I also made extra. I think I messed up because I made extra. So I would do this one this way. This one, you're all going to struggle with me, okay? I hope that's all right. This one, this way. Yes? Lorena. You could do this, Lorena. You could do this. You did all the other ones. This one this way. And did I mess up one? Am I missing one? I'm probably missing one. So this would go here. Hold on. Jess. Lorena. Okay, guys. Let's see if I did it right. If I got it right. Is that right? No. It would be... I don't know. Y'all. Lorena did a great live. She didn't know what she was doing. Lorena didn't know what she was doing. Yes, I'm lost right now currently. I think it goes this way. Anyway, this way. No. I need to flip it. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, hold on. I think it goes this way. And I go this, goes this way. Something like that. But I kind of messed up because these are so dark right here. That's where I messed up. I went too dark and too light. But let's move that. But that kind of works. Kind of. Yeah. Here I almost got it, guys. Look at that. I made a whole bunch of them thinking that I wouldn't need them. But apparently I need everything. Like that. All right. Kind of perfect pinwheel, no? All right, I promise you, I have a video on how to do this better than this. So what you do is just you sew these two, and then you sew these two, and now you have your block, right? Or do I want to do that? No, that's right. That's right, Lorena. Anyway. Yeah, I think I mixed too many colors. Yes, I did. Because you really need just two, and then two. And then you make... You don't do what I just did. And then you make that. Yeah, because it's these two. And you do 2 sets of the same and 2 sets of the same. All right. Let's sew it together. Even though it's not right. Lorena, it's more scrappy, I guess. So let's go over here. Let's go over here. But I'm going to watch your comments and see what you guys are saying. And then I'm going to show you how I burn myself because it was horrible. Personally, I like the pinwheel out. And the yellow. Me too. But I messed up. Because I think because when you have a layer cake, you end up having 2 of exactly the same color. So you end up having 2 of these and 2 of these. And so I would make 2 sets, both, which would be 4 pieces of fabric. And then you would get 2 of these, right? Because on a layer cake, it's like, you get, I don't know how many pieces of fabric you get in a layer cake, but I know you get 2 of each individual color. And so you do half square triangles on both sets. Yeah. So I'm gonna, did I just screw it up? Which way, Lorena? Which way? But I ended up doing 8 pieces with all 4 different colors, which you're not supposed to do that. But let's see. Because to make this one, let me bring you down a little bit so you can see it. To make this one, I ended up doing one of this and one of this. That's one, which is one sheet and then one sheet. But then I used another sheet of the same one, but it was a light color. And I used two sheets because all this was two. Yeah. And in a layer cake, I believe you have two pieces of the same color throughout the quilt. And so I just used the two pieces and then two pieces of the same color of these. And that's how you create this pinwheel. But when I was doing it right now, because I don't have any more of this fabric from a layer cake, I ended up making it with just the scrap fabric that I had. I literally cut 10 by 10 squares so that I could show you how I built it. But that's why I'm getting the color coordination is not coming out the way it's supposed to, because Lorena's screwing it up. Because Lorena didn't do it like she did it last time. Because Lorena forgot. This I did in 2018. So this video is from 2018. And then the reason I ran out of some of these is I made a quilt just recently on the 24-hour live. Why you bark? Hey! Hi. So anyway, I'm trying to explain myself because it's not working. It's not working. So, okay. So you need two of these and two of this color and then two of these and two of the other color. So you end up with 8 pieces of 10 by 10 squares. Okay. To make this. Okay. But let me share with you the quilt that I made and let me spank my dogs. Not that I spank them. I'm going to like cut it out. Hold on. Let me get the quilt. Let me show you what I'm doing. Can you not stop? Cut it out. No one needs to hear you. You're being all dramatic. No. And let me show you the quilt that, a quilt also too that I made out of this layer cake. Let me see. So that's what I'm missing. No, come on. Do not go out. Thank you very much. Thank God I know that. No, stop. Pause. Okay. So this quilt was made out of that layer cake. Yeah. And then I went to a retreat here in New Braunfels. And I ended up spending hours making these flying geese. And I was going to use all those pinwheel things that I made. I was going to use them to go around this quilt. But just recently when I was doing the 24-hour live, Miss Jones found it in the bag and we found all these squares. And I decided, you know what? Cut the crap, just put it together. And what I did is I did squares and half pinwheels, flying geese. I don't know if you can see them. Flying geese here. It took me a whole day to do the flying geese so that I could add them to this sweet little quilt. And when we saw it in a bag just recently, and I said, you know what, whatever I had planned for it, it's too much math. And I wasn't succeeding. So I said, forget the pinwheels or all those blocks that I made that I'm sharing with you today. Just make a quilt top. And so some of the fabric that was part of the layer cake is in here. So you can make 2 throws with a layer cake doing this, but I also did this with it. And yeah, look at my beautiful flying geese. I used the flying geese ruler, which I love that ruler. But let's go and sew this together. So I wanted you guys to help me on how, let me see. Let me bring you here. I wanted you guys to help me because I need to make one more. So let's make this one. My pants are falling off. That's why you saw me pulling. I lost so much weight that my clothes don't fit me right no more. But I love it because when they're loose, these used to be real tight pants. I love having loose clothing, even though now I'm a size 14. I used to be a size 22, 24, 28 at one time. Yeah. And so now I'm having to like to tug. That's what you were saying. Okay, I'm not doing nothing, but yeah. Now I have to wear tighter pants. I wear a size 14 and I hate wearing them because it feels tight. Not that it's a bad thing, okay? But I feel like my clothes used to always feel tight. So look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring you here. Maybe I could use this camera. Is this camera? So let me move you here. What happened? What'd you guys say? Okay, let me read you guys. Is it just me or is the volume down? Let me raise it, okay? If the volume is low, I'll raise it. Is it better? It should be better. The volume should be better. Hopefully it's better. It's low here too. Okay, I raised it. I think I raised it. Yes? Do you hear me better? You see my chaos in my room? I have all these projects out there. I was like, it looks like a house exploded with fabric that I haven't. So I want to share with you how I pin here. Let me move you here. So what I do is I pin on the line and I fold it over to see if I have it in line. I think I'm sewing, and then, is it the same one? Yeah. Then I get this end and I rub it together and then I fold it over. Hopefully you can see me well. Is that better? And then when I know that it's together, I want go ahead and pin. Now I love these double pins. Have you ever seen these before? I love them because I know a lady, she was teaching a class and she put a pin on each end. You can, but I think, so let's see how it works, okay? Two pins on each side and a pin on the seam. And let me just sew it for you. And I leave my tails, ouch. I leave my tails. And then I put, let me make sure my seams are together. Wow, it sure is like, why is it pulling the fabric like that? Okay, hold on. Let me go here. I measured the, it's really dragging the fabric out. Why is it doing that? Isn't that crazy? The machine's literally pushing the fabric in a weird direction. So I'm not getting an accurate 1/4 inch. Come on, Lorena. There you are. Why are you wrinkling? All right, let's see. Maybe I got it right. I don't remove the tails until the end. And if I'm going to connect one side, I know a lot of people cut them off. I like them because it gives me space to grab. So this is what I like is I know I have a 1/4 inch seam right there. And I have a what happened? Okay, I have a 1/4 inch seam right here. The fabric is kind of weird. It's doing some weird stuff to me. All right, let's see. Is that right? Yes. All right, let's do this one. And so I was telling myself earlier today, just get everything ready so you're not wasting people's time. But someone was saying, is the volume better? Please tell me the volume is better. Who got an awesome gift? That is beautiful. Okay, I want to share this. Hopefully I can move this. Done. She quilted you a quilt, or she gifted you a quilt. Yes, ma'am. Long arm quilts do love quilts for gifts. That is a blessing. It's probably, was it a quilt that you long armed? I wonder if it's a quilt that you long armed. That would be such a blessing. Let me see here. Hopefully I'm doing the right side. Yeah. Then the seam line. Let me see. I ended up getting a return client from like 8, God. She was a client that I used to do long arm quilting for. You know, sometimes you have clients that can't afford you. Why is it doing that? Look at my seam. Isn't that a horrible seam? Somehow the machine is pushing my fabric in a weird way. All right, why is it doing that to me? I may end up changing to my Juki because this thing is a pain in the butt. I want a true 1/4 inch seam lady. Somehow the machine is somehow pushing my fabric away from my seam allowance. Okay. Deal with that tomorrow. So here's another, this is where you put the pin on the line. And this is where you put the pin on the corner. That is a blessing. I'm reading your comment. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my God, that's a blessing. Christy says, no, it's a finished quilt before I start long arming for her. She and I are collaborating on a quilt to make together. That is a blessing. I'm a good piecer. I've become better piecer because I wasn't that good since I started doing YouTube. And also I started thinking about things in a different way, like how I pin, because I'm not the most accurate seam connector. So I tend to pin no matter what. And there's things that people piece that don't share. For example, they don't share this part. Like, you know, you have a good seam when it looks like you have a 1/4 inch seam right there. And so when you put it together, it works better. Also, two things that they don't share is that you want the seams to sit pretty. I always get confused with the fact, like, you want the seams, you iron towards the dark, right? So that your seams kind of butt up together. But in this situation, no matter what, your seams may not butt up together. And a way of fixing it is, I saw, you kind of just nip it and then you iron it. Because if you see the way it folds, and the reason I think about things like this now, when I'm custom quilting, you want to have it folded all the way over and not look like this, so that when the long armor is stitching in the ditch for you, it falls into a ditch, not a bulky piece of weird fabric right there. But anyway, I'm not the best piecer, but it's neat that you are collaborating with her. I had a friend who used to be a wonderful piecer, and she's a wonderful piecer. And I custom quilted a quilt for her because her piecing is immaculate, but she didn't. I asked her if I could take her quilt and long arm it for her, and it was the most beautiful quilt I ever long armed. Let me see if I can move you here. Sorry. Hi. My God, my life is a mess. All right, let me bring you down, and we're gonna iron. So I ended up doing a whole bunch of these pieces, and they were supposed to be all quilt blocks, but I messed up. Lorena. All right. But we're gonna go ahead and iron. And move you here to my iron. I burned the bejesus out of me. I leaned over here. Let me put it back. I leaned over and I burned myself. Look, girl got a scar. Then the other day, a while back, I have like war wounds from I never burned myself ever in my life, but this is my first burn. Welcome to the burn. And then the other day or a while back, I was in my closet and I was getting twill for a client because I was fixing one of his jackets or something, and he wanted a twill. Twill's like the material that sororities use, and I have a big old bulk because I used to work for a sorority and do their sorority shirts. And I had a scissor, and the bolt of twill fell on me, and I had let me show you. I won't. Of course, I had my scissors because I was going to cut a piece of twill, and I guess I had it, and when the bolt hit my hand, it went beep, and I literally pierced myself with my own set of scissors. So be careful, guys. Sewing is dangerous. Sewing is dangerous. So yeah. So today, and then I had the iron over here, and I was cutting, and I reached over, and I ended up getting that beautiful burn mark. And the reason I wanted to get this, do this, so that it's, so you guys could see it, and not me doing a whole bunch of dumb work beforehand. Yeah, that works. I think that's right? Yeah. So now we're going to sew this together. Let me bring you over here. Let me drag you. My pants are falling. It's not funny. It's annoying. All right, we're going to put it together. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to lose another 50 pounds. And I'm not succeeding currently. Yeah, I need to lose another 50 pounds to get to my, what they say, your goal weight or your health weight. Where you're not, I was, what is it called? It's such a horrible name. I was obese, type 2 obese, and now I'm obese type 1. Well, at least I went down a number. But, yeah. So I'm trying to get where it says I'm overweight. What it says are the feed dogs up and down. My feed dogs are up. Oh, thank you for telling me that. That's why it's like shifting. So I'm going to pin. And then I always check to make sure. Let me show you here. Move you here. I always check to make sure. Yeah, maybe you're right. She was saying my feed dogs are up. So let me see. To make sure that it's lined up. Right there, do you see that? And then I always pin a 1/4 inch away, the way I pin here. Grab that, wait. See where it crosses here? Is it this one? No, because I seamed it twice, right? It's right here. Lord, let me get it. There it is. Do you see how it's right there? And then I get my pin and put it down on the same area here. Right there. And then you could turn it, I tend to turn it up, or just leave it just like that, but have my pin up like that. Hopefully I don't scratch. Yes, my feed dogs are up. Maybe they're too high, no? Honestly, this stupid machine has made my life so miserable. And I finally got her to work because she would not grab the bobbin. And I've learned some really hard lessons in this mess. I'm only using her today because I'm pissed off at the fact that for 4 months she was broken on me, and that I paid a lady too much money for it, and then she took advantage of me because I'm an idiot. I just thought she was a friend. But anyway, this is the machine I told you that you guys, she wouldn't reimburse me the machine. So I went to, thank God, I went to Houston. See how it's moving it? Hold on. Like it's literally moving. Are these feed dogs too high? You can see how it's moving it. Ay, Dios mío. But I'm pissed off that I had the broken machine for like 4 months and I could not for the life of me figure it out. And finally I got her working. And this pretty much is the first time I'm really sewing with her. And she's making my life miserable still. You know, but when you win, it's a big win. Do you see how it's moving over? Anyway. Yeah, she's pushing. So I guess I'm going to have to fix something else on this stupid machine. Okay. And I may switch in a minute. Because, ay, Dios mío. All right. So, and then let me make sure that I am grabbing all the fabric on both sides. I did a quilt for this lady just recently. And she had so many seams that were not right. And cautionary tale, a cautionary tale, be careful when you buy painted featherweights. People who are selling painted featherweights that don't know how to put them together, it's just, are the feed dogs up? Yes, the feed dogs are up, but I think the feed dogs are pushing the fabric away from my line. This one, this machine, let me show you here. So I could complain about the machine. They broke the screw. They broke the screw. So I went to the featherweight shop and brought a brand new one. And because they stripped the inside, it still doesn't lock, even though I was using the one they gave me. Also, too, let me just say, they didn't cover the holes. The grease port holes, it has like a couple holes here. Where are they? Where you grease the motor and keep it greased, they plug them. Whoever this idiot, he didn't know how to, he plugged them. So when I went to the featherweight shop and told him when I was dealing, also too, he didn't put the needle bar thing high enough or low enough because he didn't know what he was doing. And he didn't line up the laser part of the front of the machine. There's a little, it's lasered, the rod is lasered. That wasn't in line. And then because that wasn't in line, this area wasn't in line. This is stupid, man. So, anyway, yeah, a lot of things were wrong with this machine and still wrong with it. And I paid too much for it. I should have never done what I did. I paid too much for it. If you're going to pay what I paid for this, I paid $2,400. And I should have never paid for that. I should have gone to the featherweight shop. And they know what the hell they're doing with the machines. They know how to paint them. They know how to have them well aligned. Everything's put together right. If you're going to pay that much for a machine, buy it at the featherweight shop. Don't waste your money with these eBay people. Now, let me just say this. I bought one from eBay, and I did not have the problems that I have for this, but I paid $1,200. The timing could be slightly off. Probably. It breaks my soul. Let me see. Let me see if I go. I'm going to go here. But I don't recommend. And today I wanted a user because I finally got that kind of looks weird. Who cares? It's fine, Lorena. But I just wanted to show you and demonstrate to you how you put this together. I do have a tutorial, okay? I do have a tutorial. But my friend, she's not a friend no more. She knew something was wrong with the machine, and that's why she pushed me to take it. And I think it's a beautiful colored machine. It's a beautiful machine with its coloring. But I've never had so many problems with the machine like I've had with this one. So, all right, let's see. But I thought this would be a different live. I tried to do a live outside. Apparently, I need to get to use the switcher. I need to get, it's called a hotspot. And they cost $80 for 100 gigs. I'm going to see if I could find it different. Because I thought that it would be fun doing this. I need to go in here. So everything's good. Let me show you. Everything's really good, but I need to go down more to hit this spot. Because you see that spacing? That's not right. Hold on. Let me go and sew again and show you. But yeah, this dumb little machine has been, at least now, guys, let me just say this. It wouldn't sew at all because it would not sew at all. And it was so frustrating having such a beautiful machine and putting so much money on a machine and not using it. Isn't that horrible? $2,400 and I can't use it. And I told the lady who sold it to me that I wanted a refund 4 days after I got it. She says and she wouldn't give me a refund. So yeah, it's okay. I got it fixed. Now she sews. And she sews well. She sounds pretty. Let me re-seam that. I'm going to show you. Sorry. Thank you for letting me vent. At least now I don't feel like I totally got screwed because at least now the machine works. But this all happened the first week of July, where all this mess started. Well, it's decent. It's not perfect, but it's decent. But I'm not going to use this one anyway. So let's go. The timing might be slightly off. I was thinking that. Is that why it's pushing my fabric to the side? But I don't even know how to fix my timing. Everything was put back wrong. Everything. Whoever did this did it wrong. Totally wrong. But what are you going to do? Argue with somebody to do the right thing? You're just going to let it go. Or I had to just let it go so I could live my life. Okay, so, question. What should I do? All right, let's start putting the blocks together. I may change machines because this one's weird. Maybe she has bad juju. Maybe someone prayed and cursed it. But let me get my purple one. My purple one sounds like all right. So should I use sashing? Let me move this camera. So on these blocks, should I put sashing or should I just put them together? I think it's too busy if I put it together. I think it needs sashing. Do you see how I put sashing on that one? What do y'all think? Put some sashing? Are the feed dogs? Yes, someone asked me about the feed dogs. What do y'all think? Could the timing be slightly off? Maybe. But anyway, let's not talk about the machine. It's annoying. I even offered it to, let me pan off. I was going to offer it to the featherweight shop. Because if they were to take it, they could fix everything. I even told the guy that they plugged in the oil ports in the back of the motors, on the motor. The guy went like, like, no. And I go, yeah, just stay dead. But hold on. Let me go get into the machine. So I'm going to let you be entertained here. And I'm going to go to get into the machine, and then we could decide if I do sashing or not. All right. Let me take my mic off for a second. The blessing is I'm in my house, and so I could come over here, and I'll show you this beauty. I'm gonna bring it down. So what do y'all think? So let me show you that beauty. This is my purple one. I got this on eBay. They wanted $2,000 for it, and I said no. I'm not gonna pay that for it. But like a dumbass, I paid for this one. Sorry. And honestly, I only paid what I paid for this one because I thought the person who I bought it from was a really good friend. I would have never bought it from a stranger and paid that much for it unless I went to the featherweight shop. So we're gonna put her away because she's being dramatic, like always. I don't know what's wrong with her. So we're gonna put this purple one. Now this one I bought too. Lessons on buying featherweights on eBay. One of the things they do when they sell you featherweights is that they strip them from oil so that they could paint them. They completely strip them from all types of oil, and I understand why they're doing that. But what happens is when I got her, this one sounded like a tornado. Like she sounded horrible. So she's my purple one. What the guy did with this one is he never stripped the paint off of it. Let me move you here so you can see. He stripped the paint off of it. He never stripped the paint off of it. And he painted it with black underneath. So it still has some of the filigree that was on the original paint, and he just painted it over it. Now this one, I didn't pay that much for it. I wanted to paint a featherweight for years and years and years, and I think this guy wanted $2,000 for it, and I lowballed the hell out of him to $800, and then he came back for $14, and then I lowballed the hell out of him, and I got it for $1,200, and it was around my birthday, so I thought I got a deal. It's a great machine. This one has not given me any hassles, any problems. She's been beautiful. And look, I embroidered. She's been great. So, okay, I got this done. So my question is, let's practice on some sashing. I wanted to make a star. And someone said you could use squares. Let me move this here. So learn some good lessons from me, okay? I was going to sell this one. I'll probably just give it away to somebody. I was going to take it to Groms for them to fix it. And Groms, come on. Groms, I don't think Groms, I don't know. I don't work for Groms. I don't know Groms. They usually work on regular sewing machines. So I was thinking that I was going to take it to them for them to fix it. They hold your sewing machine here in Groms in San Antonio, and there's one in Groms in Universal City. They hold your machines for up to like a month or two. Well, because I think they have a lot of sewing machines to repair. And so I just couldn't see myself dropping off the sewing machine for a month. And then I already lost $2,400 at that point. And then to pay another $500 because they charge you $160 to go through, to just quote you that they're going through the machine. Can you imagine? And I just didn't want to deal with that. So let's put this featherweight as a decoration right here. Look at Birdie. She's a decorative element in my background. At least make it worth my while. Where everybody can see how pretty she is. Pretty problematic. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, it looks good, huh? I should put like red or blue background on the back, but. So I was going to take it to Groans, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to spend another $500 with a maybe fix. So I fixed it. She works, but something about her when I'm sewing, she pulls my fabric. Maybe I have this foot down too low. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll just do it later. All right. So thoughts. Should I put sashing on these? Or what I want to do with the sashing is I wanted to see if I could make a star. So someone says, I think you would sew, I don't know, what would you sew? So sew a square, right? Is it the same size? All right, let me cut it. Let me try. Let me experiment. So this is a 2.5 inch square. So let's see if I could cut a 2.5 inch square. Right? So I'm going to make you come here with me. And I'm going to make you look over here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to cut because my fabric's 2.5 inch squares. I know there's a pattern, but I don't know. Didn't want to look for them. And this is just a thought. Come on. Okay. So, and then I was thinking the sashing is supposed, okay, so the finished block comes out to 18 inches big. 18 inch square. I need a new rotary. Are you like me that you'll wear the hell out of your rotary? So this is 18. So I think you sew in an angle, right? Maybe? Sew in an angle? So let's sew in an angle. Let's try this. Y'all just follow along with me. Don't do what I do. Just watch me be a mess. It's okay. It's fine. Yes? When I got this machine, she sounded like a storm. Hold on, let me see. She sounded like because there was no grease or oil. So if you get a colored featherweight, you're going to have to oil it because a lot of times they don't oil them. Yes? Is that right? Let me see. Let me see. Is that right? Did I do that right? And then I put another one. The opposite way. Okay, I'm going to sew it this way. If this works, you guys are awesome. Because someone told me to do this, right? I don't know who it was that told me to do this. Ay, Dios mío. Watch me thread. Oh, I ended up getting myself these. Oh, let me see. You're just no problem at all, little machine. Once I got you, I oiled you, and you've been old faithful. Been sweet. You're not a problem. You didn't come with controversy. Oh my God. The way I am. Okay, you didn't come with a controversy. Like right currently now, you just so beautifully. You're not giving me a hard time. Maybe the foot is not right on the other foot. I ended up getting, hold on. Have you ever gotten these? They really do work great. But you need to have them go down in the eye of the needle. And then you pull it. Let me see. Let me bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. You pull it, you grab it, and then it pulls through. Did you see that? Best way to thread a machine. I know, like on my embroidery machines, it has threaders. Sometimes, as I've gotten older, I'm 53, I have vision problems finding or seeing the hole. Doesn't she sound pretty? Pop, 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 pop. Long thread. Don't scratch a machine loader now. Look at that. Okay. Oh my God. That makes me so happy. I told you I'm not the perfect piecer. That looks so pretty. Look. Right? Isn't that nice? Hold on. Let me move it here. Isn't that nice? Look. Does that look weird? Does that look weird? Then I have a square here. How big is this? Okay, so this is 2 inches wide. So I guess I would trim off here. I ended up finding this beautiful purple. You make me laugh. We don't care anymore? Well, I do care. Well, no, not really. I just don't think I'm, for long arm quilting, yes. For this, I'm just happy I could figure it out. Okay. Let me see. I should iron. We're just gonna make do. We're gonna figure it out as we go. And then when I quilt it, I'm gonna like, what the hell was I thinking? So I'm gonna cut myself. Hold on. I'm gonna see like, what the hell were you thinking when you did this little knot? All right. So there's it is. I'm gonna move your comment so we can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna make sure I have a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. Trim it off. God, I need a new. Okay. Yes. And then I need to make a square. A 2-inch square? Oh my God. Now I'm confusing myself. Okay, 2-inch square. All right, let's see. No, someone was telling me that she made one of the most beautiful quilts, and then she was like, it's real bad. It looks really horrible. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And her quilt was perfect. All right, let's see. Yes? And I didn't iron, so ignore me, okay? Yes? Y'all are quiet. You're quietly watching me be a disaster. Goals. You're quietly watching me. Maybe I should just do stashing and not do this. This has another element that I'm not good at. Okay, hold on. Because if I just do... You sound so good. So good. You don't give me no problems. All right. So look. Yes? That means I have to do that stashing stuff to all of them. You like it? That means I have to do this. It looks crooked. Look. Look, it's crooked. See, it's crooked? Okay, wait. Put it right. Do you see how it's crooked? You know how some people have it like the star is long, the star is short? Okay. Let me just do this. Okay. my brain's like, what do you do now? Sashing with the star. Okay. See, I created this pattern, so I don't even know how to sew this seam. Here. This seam will go to here. The star will be here, right? Yes? The star will be like that. Would it look stupid? You like it, Betty? Betty, oh, Betty and Clarissa, if she's here, your quilts are bound and they're ready for me to ship. I had, yes? Would that look stupid? Honest engine. Or just do the, I may just do the basic. It's a lot of work. I just want to finish it. I'm talking myself out of doing this. Totally talking myself out of it. Totally talking myself out of it. So these have to be 18 in it. Okay, so this is 18. So these have to be 18. I need to trim these down to 18. Then put the little stars on all of them. All right, hold on. Well, y'all are going to come with me, right? So let me cut this at 18. 18. Hold on. But now I have like, isn't she beautiful? Lady Purple. Wait. Hi. Come on. You can watch my beautiful purple featherweight. Cut these at all 18. Then cut myself a whole bunch of those little squares. All right. Y'all are coming along to the insanity of Lorena. Doesn't know how to piece anything, and then she doesn't follow the rules. I just don't know what I'm doing, and so don't do what I do. But it's okay. We'll figure it out while we go. And everything just comes out so pretty. And I don't have you coming to my close-ups because I don't want you to judge me, because some of you perfect piecers, and I'm not her. And I'm going to move over here so the camera can... Okay, let me turn you here. Bring you down. I hope you guys are sewing too. What did you say? Thank you. I can't wait to see it. Yes, it's coming. I need to send it to you. I think I don't have... Clarissa text me her address, and I need to send it. To send them so that they're not in my car anymore, because they're in my car currently. I have like 10 quilts in my car currently. Isn't that horrible? So, let's see. Don't judge my cutting style. It's okay. So that's that. I need to make more of these. No. I don't think things through sometimes. Okay, so then this one. This is 18 by 18. This is my 18. It's okay if it's crooked, right? Who cares? No one cares. So then it's this way. And then it's this way. Let me cut that. So I got it. If I just put 4 together, I'll be happy. You guys watch me put 4 together. And then I didn't cut this one right. Now, when you guys put your seams together or your fabric together, do you miter it like everybody else miters it, or do you just sew it like everybody else sews it? You know, there's a rule like the perfectionists have it this way. Oh no, it has to be mitered, you know. It has my name on it. And then some people are like, whatever, I'll just sew it this way. Who cares? You waste less fabric this way. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Hi, Just June. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Lorena's being chaotic. Okay, so you just ignore her. We watch her make a mess and look like a professional. I'm a professional long armer. Let me see. Professional long armer. Should I do it too? Okay, whatever. I'm just going to do little pieces here. All right. Just June, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add borders to the I'm regretting my choices because I thought this would look neat, like, but now I'm thinking just a square would look neat too. It's at my quality level, basic. But no, we're gonna try. We're gonna give it a try, okay? We're gonna give it a try just maybe in one area, maybe in two. We're gonna give it a good old try. Someone was telling me you put it this way, and then you trim off the edge. But we're gonna give it a try. Let's see. I'm gonna bring you here so you can watch me. Look, my pretty beautiful purple featherweight that doesn't give me no trouble at all. She's not. And what happened? Yep. One of the things with these featherweights, if you do not pull that thread the way you're supposed to pull that thread, this thing gets out of the eye of the needle very quickly. Another thing, what I found with these things, with these featherweights, is that, yeah, you end up rethreading a lot. Come on. Let's see. And I didn't pull a thread. I have a threader. Come on, go. Yes. My eyes aren't too tired today. Pull a long tail. A long tail. Go a long way. And then Lorena will start her shenanigans. Okay. Come on. Da-na-na-na. Pull a long tail, because I'm sure you guys don't want to be watching me constantly fixing. And then, yes, not perfect. So there's one. Yes? Look at her go. Look at her go. Should I just do this one? No. No. I need another square. All right. It goes this way. And then just ignore me, okay? I'm fine. I really don't know how to do this stuff. I know I like the way it looks. I think it's pretty. But tomorrow I'll probably like, what was I thinking? And I'll cut this off. And I told my daughter, she was laughing at me because she went into this room and saw the chaos that I had. Look, girl, stupid. What she just did. She did it wrong. All right, let me unstitch it. Dang it. Why? The good thing is, okay, I got it. Pull the thread and make a bias, Lorena. Then when you quilt your quilt, it looks horrible. This way. This, okay. I get it, I promise. The good thing is, here in Texas, you guys were talking about weather. Here in Texas, finally, it's not 90 degrees. Come on, needle. See, I already, the eye of the needle is already. I'm gonna pull you, because I'm not gonna rethread you. Okay. And I'm gonna iron. Ignore my cutting, okay? Sorry. But that's good, right? A wonky star? Would a wonky star look good? A wonky star. A wonky star. All right, I'm gonna do two more. Let me do two more. Let me see. Where is that other one I just did? Okay, so it would go like this. I would have to trim it. Yes? Hold on, let me trim. I feel like it's getting better. It's getting better. Let me trim it to the size it's supposed to be. What a pain. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to do this, okay? But y'all are going to see this quilt on the long arm soon, and you're going to be like, look at Lorena go. Look what she did. And you can, okay, we see. And then look, it's off. So I'm going to have to, let me sew it together. Let me see a future. Let me see if it works. Let me see. If not, we're going to put birds together. We're not doing this. Let's see. I don't know if you guys saw my birds. Does it look dumb? Honest. You like it? I'm trying to use... Okay. Well, does it look horrible with the long? Because this is a 2.5. No, this is a 2-inch border. So it's going to be 1.5. Will it look bad? Probably yes, huh? Let me make 2 more. All right, let me make 2 more so that we could put those 2 together. I've always seen this and I've always liked it and wish I could do it myself. Like, I like the stars. The weird stars. 18. This is wrong. Did I cut my fabric wrong? Yeah, from fabric. Did I cut these wrong? Oh, I'm just a lost soul here. Lost soul. These are cut wrong. No, it was supposed to be 18. All right, I give up. Lorena just turned in the towel because I cut them wrong. I literally cut them wrong. Because the blocks are 18 inches, so I should make this 18 inches, right? Yes, 18 inches. I was thinking that we could do live streams while, and there's a way, and I don't know how yet, on this switcher that you guys could, I could get your phone number and I could get you, like, we could be like 5 people on here. Wouldn't that be cool? Or wait, is that right? Did I do that right? Yes. Okay, hold on. Now I'm like proud of myself. No, I didn't do that right. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. That one's wrong, Luna. So now you have to add fabric. I ended up finding all this beautiful batik fabric in a bag. I did a quilt for one of my daughter's boyfriends, and this is all, sorry, scrap fabric. I don't want to drop you. This is all scrap fabric from a quilt I did for him. You sound so good, lovely. My machine sounds so good. She used to sound so bad because she wasn't greased. I greased and oiled the living, but these is out of her. Okay, so here's this. Ignore me piecing, okay? Ignore my piecing. I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying. Okay, now this is long enough. Now this is long enough. This is long enough. And then if I do this, maybe I could sew 4 pieces together. Can I sew 4 pieces together? No. All right, so you were saying that I need to cut these smaller, right? Smaller. But then am I going to get that neat wonkiness out of it? You guys want to see Blue? Look, she's so pretty. You want to see Sugar? I've been a daycare center for her, right? We've been together all day. You're like my girl. We've been like, you know, proof of life. Yes, your daddy went out of town, huh? Yes, you did went out of town, Mama. Okay, jealous puppies, no. Look, you want to see her? Look, isn't she pretty? The other day, like I said, it's been raining a lot here. It's been raining a lot, and thank God because of the rain. But then it turns 90 degrees here, so it's humid as heck. And these little scoundrels love the rain, and they dig holes. They've been digging holes. They've been making messes. No. And I bathed her and she got mad at this one. I bathed her. She had mud in her little angel wing feathers right here. I don't know if you see her feathers. Her little feathers. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. No, no. Stop. I love you. You okay? Been outside terrorizing the neighborhood? Yeah? Did everybody get like leave? She was literally outside on the fence just barking at air. I think she's barking at the squirrel that was sitting on the tree laughing at her because there's a squirrel that runs the fence and she can't grab it. So she's outside all day fighting and then comes back with no water and like and then she goes back out, right? You're the soldier of the family. You're like guarding the fence, making sure the enemies don't break in, huh? You're just a destroyer. You should hear her barking all day long. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there. Thank you. And so, can we get working? I need to work. Gotta work. Work it, girl. Work it, girl. Yes? Can I put you down? Yeah? Is that okay? So, and then you want to see this one? This one. Let me see if I can move her. Let me see. Let me show you that one. She's mad that I'm messing with this one. This funny girl. All right. Let's get you down. Let's get you down. Or I'm going to put you here. You're going to sit with me, but you're not going to be on top of me. All right. So I got this done. Kind of. Kind of. All right. I wanted to do this star thing on here, and it's not working out the way I want to. All right. Let's keep going. Do another end. So they're outside terrorizing my neighbors. My neighbors hate me because of my dogs. And it's fine. It's fine. They'll live. Their dog used to bark at my kids and terrorize my children. And so that dog's not around anymore. So I guess it's my turn now. I'm a good neighbor, okay? I really am a good neighbor. Come on, let's get there. Ready? Yeah, this one's not shifting over like the other one is. All right, we're going to do another star. I got a whole bunch of this fabric and it's scraps, so we're good. We have a lot of it to waste. So we're gonna move. Look, and then my chaos stuff, like it's everywhere. Okay. Let me move you here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me move you here. I wanted to do this, which I'm glad I'm not doing it. I wanted to do this at the park. I was trying to do a live stream at the park, and then I did the live stream, and then YouTube didn't get it. YouTube wouldn't upload it because I guess I didn't have enough internet. This switcher, they say that I can't make it perfect. It has to be screwed up, okay? Stop fighting with her, Roxy. Be nice to your neighbor. Let me see. I'm gonna move you here. I don't know what you guys saw. Hopefully y'all can see it. Yeah, a little bit. So I tried to do the live stream. They say I need a hotspot. So I try to use my phone as a hotspot. I thought a change of scenery was necessary in my life, so I thought I would take you with me and change the scenery. Stop barking at her. And so I wanted to change it up a little bit. And look, what? It's getting better, guys. Look at her. It's getting better. Look, it's getting better. Okay, so this, and then I need to trim this down. I don't think it's getting better because it's not going to get better. Ay, Dios mío. Maybe? Maybe. I need instructions because I'm not doing this very well. Okay, I'll figure it out. Let me just cut. Let me just bring you here. What I'm trying to do is this needs to be 18. So I feel like the stars need to be 18, but the top of this is 18. And it's not, anyway, it's not right. But I'm going to fix it so I'm cutting this a 1/4 inch. Because you need that 1/4 inch, right? Am I right? To do this, right? To get the point, kind of, right? To get that. Yes? So, let me just, whatever, do that, whether it works or not. And then no judging me, because I'm not doing this right at all. I was trying to make a pattern the other day, and I'm like, nah, just do whatever. Just try, Lorena. You don't have to have it perfect at all. No one's going to care. It's your quilt. It's a quilt you found or block. Come on. Don't you? I need to change the blade. But will I do that? Nah, not really. Not today. Doesn't matter what size I cut it. Ignore me. We're fine. So that's 1. That's 2. Okay, right? Yes? That's 2. And I need this iron. 1 whole thing all the way across. So I need 2 on each end. Yes? Okay, hold on. All right, let's sew one. Let's sew one. Yes? On one end. And see, like, Lorena screwed up. So, like, Lorena needs to add, like, just no judging me. We're fine. When it's quilted, no one will notice it. Ever. I'm going to do both. I'm just going to extend it. We're fine. No one say nothing, okay? And they're like, did you see Lorena's live? Yeah, she's a little bit off. She didn't have it together. She always tries to have it together, but I have I wish I wasn't a perfectionist. Well, you wouldn't think I am a perfectionist currently, right? I worry about everything. Worry about everything and worry about nothing at the same time. Yeah, that messed up. The reason, see, it didn't fold open. Yeah. I'm going to do this quilt and I'll show you in a minute. And so I thought it'd be fun. I was thinking, I don't know. I thought it would be fun. And I don't know if it would be, maybe it'd be fun for me to have you watch me in my foolishness. What I thought would be fun is I wanted to do a 24-hour sewing live. And I have a whole bunch of, and I'm sure everybody has a whole bunch of unfinished, well, I have what I have versions of finished. If I have a quilt block, I feel like if I have block, the reason I haven't done these blocks all these years is because in my heart and in my mind, I'm finished. I finished the blocks. And so there's versions of me having things finished. Like version 1 is I got all the pieces cut. So I got all the pieces cut, half square triangles cut, and then I clip them together, and that's block 1. So I have that version of finished where you're building all the pieces for the block. And then I have another version of finished in my heart where I have finished all the blocks like this. And I have a tendency to put them in a bag and forget their existence even existed. And then one day I'm like, oh, I need to finish this quilt top. And then, so I have, but in my brain, because I finished the blocks, I'm finished. And I'm done. And I got to a finishing point where I could just stop. But these blocks, I think I did the when when I made all of these, 2018. Can you imagine? So I have a lot of these, I have a lot of that. I have a lot of that where the blocks are there and nothing is done. Am I the only one? So I thought, since I pretty much have finished most of my quilt tops, other than the ones I want to do custom to, I have pretty much finished quilting my quilt tops that were not finished. I finished them. Isn't that good? So I was thinking, when I was pulling all this mess out here, that it would be good for me to just maybe do live streams where I'm just I'm sorry. Roxy the instigator. No one's there. My thought is maybe I could, what do you think? Maybe I could do live streaming while I finish the quilt tops? No? And you guys could see me be like a mess, like I am right now, where nothing is together. And everything's like messy and nothing's working. And everything's, look, you want to see my chaos? Everything's in chaos. Am I the only one that makes, you know what? I just messed up. No, it's okay. Did I mess up? Yeah, I did, but it's okay. Maybe I'll just do stars here and there and not everywhere. Maybe I'll just do it that way. Anyway, no one's going to judge me. No one cares. I'm not putting this in a quilt guild show. Let me move that. Okay. No one's going to judge me, right? I am, let's see. I have given away, you want to see, these quilts that I have created and that I've made. I don't give away these quilts. I keep them for my children. But like the quilts that the lady at Etsy made, or she didn't make them. I think she bought them in, she bought them in China, or she bought them in India. And she, well, the neat thing about that is I have quilted this year 30 of them. 30 quilts in whole. Maybe, no, I think I'm at 34, 35 quilts, and maybe 40. Let me see. And I have given away probably 30 of them. 10 of them were mine that I'm keeping. Let's see. And then, so, let's see. I have 3 more quilts upstairs that I did in the 24-hour live that I still need to, I'm going to move you here, that I still need to finish. That I still need to finish. Let me get that heater. That I need to put binding on. And then, are you okay? Hold on, let me check my dog. Come on, what happened? Is there a sticker? Sorry. Where? What happened? Is there a sticker somewhere? Aw, you okay? Or is it this foot? You're being all dramatic? Let's see. Hold on. Let me move you so you can see what I'm doing. My dog started crying. Well, it's not mine. It's my son's. Why are you whimpering? Let me see. Let me see. Did you up? There's nothing, Mommy. Did you have a sticker and it stuck you? Let me see. Nope. You good? All right, I'm going to put you down. Let me see. Is there a thorn? Sorry, guys. We're doing a medical surgery on here. This one, and this, you should have seen her, full of mud. Are you okay? And you leave her alone. Roxy's messing with her. See what I wanted to do? Does that look okay? Or does that look stupid? And then it didn't sew. Little featherweights. All right, let me see. I need to sew right here. Anyway, let me keep going. Let me fix the iron. Hopefully I don't burn myself again. My goal was, I was thinking that maybe it'd be neat. What do y'all think? What do y'all want to be around me in my chaos? I'm probably only going to do one star, okay? The rest is going to be plain borders. What happened? Let me look at this stitch quality. Okay, hold on, let me see. Let's see. So I was thinking that maybe I'll invite a couple friends. But I was thinking to do a 24-hour live on sewing. Well, would that sound crazy? Yes? Would it sound... You guys like watching my 24-hour lives? I think I'm ridiculous. I want to do more... Now that I know this switcher, and now that I know I have these cameras that work, I feel like I have a little bit more... Let me move you here. The ability to visually be more organized for you guys. All right, let's see. Let's see. The chaos in between here. I like sewing all my borders out. Do you see how beautiful that just sewed? No judging, okay? Look, it's horrible, but it's fine. This is a scrappy quilt. It's supposed to be scrappy looking. Okay, I need to do another one of these, right? And then I'll have one with the star. What I wanted to do is make these into throws. The reason I wanted to make them into throws is I tend to use throws more. All right, long. Do not judge, okay? You could, well, I don't care. I really care. Yes, I do care. Your opinion matters to me. You're very important to me. Look how stupid it looks. Okay, what do you think? Hold on. What do you think? Hold on, I'm gonna Okay. Let me move you so you can see. Okay, yes, it's this one. I'm trying to get the right camera. There. Look. What do you think? Is that a weird wonky star? Maybe I'll put it in random spots. See, it's so wonky. Should I sew that? Is it okay? I think this is too small. Damn. I need to make this bigger. This is too small, right? Okay. I need to make it bigger. Wait. It goes here. Or is it... Yeah, this needs to be bigger, right? This needs to be this size. Did you watch Lorena's live? Yes, she's like stupid. Sorry. You have to laugh at yourself. Life goes on. So don't judge me. See, it needs to be, this needs to be, what is this? Hold on, let me give her a ruler. This is 2.5. 2.5. Yeah, I need to cut this 2.5. I cut it 2. All right, let's see. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Sorry. We're getting somewhere. I have what is it called? And I don't think I could finish it in 24 hours. But yeah, I need to sew this on here. Sorry. I know that probably hurts some of y'all's souls. Y'all don't like that, but it's okay. We'll move on. Move over, Ma. Move over, little dog. Okay, let's see. So what do you think? Would that be weird to do? Oh, sorry. I'm going to have fun. Well, you know what? The neat thing is if I do it, I get to get my stuff done. I think I'm really proud this year that, something wrong with this, but I'm really proud this year that I finished a lot of my stuff. I'm really happy about it. And I've ever since the lady who I got all her quilts from and who I quilted for, I got her quilts done and her daughters were throwing away her quilts. There's a thing for me now. Like I saw all these quilt tops and I'm like, you know what, Lorena, your kids are just they're not gonna value them the way you value them. Is that right? Is that right? I don't think I have my measurements right, guys, but we'll survive. We will survive. I think I did it right. I did cut it right. Stupid. This is dumb. Because it can't, if this is 2.5, wait, what is this? It is 2.5. So this is 2.5? It's too big. I cut this square too big. If I I have a whole bunch of like UFOs that I consider finished because they're not finished, right? They're not finished quilts, but the blocks are finished. I finished the blocks, but I have a lot of those, a lot of blocks that are finished, and then I want to get them like these. I want to turn into quilt blocks or quilt tops, so that I could do like finish them, like finish the quilts themselves. Then my kids, I feel, will more likely use them and not give them away or throw them away if they're finished. So that's my goal this year. I was thinking the other day, I was also thinking when I was at the park that it would be neat if I did a live streaming at the park so we could kind of change it. And then my son asked me if I would, what do you think? It's way off. No judging. No. We'll finagle it. We'll finagle it. We'll finagle it. We'll iron and stretch the bias and we'll finagle it. Hold on. We'll do it. We'll finagle it. Will it be finagled? Look at that. It'll work. And then I'll trim it down to where it looks straight. No one will know the difference. We'll finagle it. Finagle. See? Wait, that's really off. I'm just not going to judge. Finagle. Let me sew that. Ooh, that makes me so happy. All right, hold on. Let's sew this. Can we move over, Ma? Can we move over? Move you over? Up. So yeah, what do you think? What are your thoughts? If you cut the squares smaller, you won't get that wonky star. I kind of want the wonky star. I don't know what I want, okay? I just want all my tops done. Yeah, I kind of want the wonky star because it adds like some weirdness to it. And it's a small version of weirdness because I'm only making this border. I want the border to be small. I think it's a 2-inch border. Is this a 2-inch border? 2.5-inch border. And so when I'm done sewing it, it will be a 2-inch border. So I kind of want it to be a bit small, wonky and small. But we'll see it. I'm just going to keep you while we put this together, and then I'll let you go. And then I may come back later on today and do another live with the birds or something. And kind of like, what I really want to do is I want to do one live as I'm sharing how to sew the block itself. Let me move you here. Let me move you here. I'm going to turn you, I'm sorry. So you can see me working. I was also going to do a live on TikTok. And I was going to do, apparently I could do lives on Facebook. So I have a Facebook group if you guys want to join it. And some thread is getting caught on here. Look at that go. Okay, so, but I really do want to, do live streams outside. I went to a park. It was so beautiful, and the weather's nicer. And I thought it would be neat to bring the switcher and do live streams where you guys could see. It's called Veterans Park. It's not far from my house. It's a beautiful park, and I wanted to do a live stream there. So let me see. And but I need to get it's a hotspot. Hold on. Ignore my dogs. Hold on. Let me move you. This is why it's hard to do live streams when in my house. My dogs. All right, let me show you how it looks. But I was thinking it'd be fun. Who's doing the? I thought it would be fun to, ouch. Let's see if I did this, okay? Little wonky star. Look at that. Look at me go. And then I didn't cut my point off. And I didn't cut that point off. Oh my God. Look at her. No, I'm going to have to figure out. Because that is way off. Oh, wow. Why is that happening to me? Okay. Look what happened. That's stupid. Isn't that the dumbest? All right, let me go back and sew it. I don't know why it does this. And I already trimmed it, so now. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's fix everything. Everything's a mess, but everything's fine. I think the best days of my life are the days I get to sew. Well, and then, okay, this is stupid, right? Because I sew every day. Let me clarify. When I sew for myself, because, come on. Let me get it right. Oh, come on. Don't shift on me. Better not trim off, man. Needle. For some reason. Okay, and let me sew this back to this. I don't know. I thought I sewed it right and it didn't sew. One of the things about these little featherweights is they're stringy. There's thread everywhere. It never ends. So let me pull. The good thing is I have bias now because of that angle. So I thought it'd be fun. But my version of fun may not be everybody's version. But I thought like all of us could get together and do, not maybe some of you not want to do a 24-hour, but get together and sew together. I have a channel, Lorena's Quilting, on TikTok. I'm trying to get to where on that group where you can have other TikTokers with you, where they spend time with you. There's a couple of people that I follow on there. Man, did it just screw up? Hallelujah. Okay, there it is. It kind of warped on me, guys. But it's okay. We're fine. What do you think? Let me see. What do you think? What do you thinketh? Let me do another one of these. And then I can add 4. Let me add them real quick. And then we could put 4 together. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And then you guys could say, Lorena finished a little bit of something today. So this is, see, I cut them short. Okay, this is 18. That's right. So I need to make myself another 18 one. All right, let's do this. And then cut myself some of these crooked ones. So how you been? How you doing? What's been going on in life? So on the, all right, so let's see. So on the switcher, if I need to do live outside, I have to buy a hotspot. And I found out a hotspot is like $100. Can you imagine? So I'm going to wait until my channel grows, or my live streaming channel. Not a lot of people watch my live streams, but I have like you guys are decent following, you know? And it's expensive to have a hotspot. I thought I could use my phone, and that's what I was trying to do. Now on TikTok, it does let me use the hotspot. There's some things I need to figure out on TikTok where, like, I did a live stream and it double echoed. You could hear, so I didn't have my volume right, and I didn't have a couple things right, but we could do TikTok. And if you have a decent following on TikTok, or if we do it on, if you guys go follow me, and I know this is like a whole random other kind of place, if you follow me on Twitch, the neat thing about Twitch is I see your comments while you comment to me. But Twitch, what it does is it posts every single person's comment, so everybody sees the comment. I don't know if you guys see the comment lines while you guys are watching me currently. Let me see. Maybe you do, because you guys talk to each other. You have to, huh? Let's see. Content. Let me see if I'm live. See, here it doesn't share that I'm live on my YouTube. How weird are you? View all. Nope, I don't see you here. It doesn't show me that I'm live at all. But you guys know I'm here, right? Let's see. View all lives. No, it's not sharing. That's insane. Why isn't it sharing it? But you guys are live because I see you. But you know how to get people to watch lives the entire time is to have some kind of giveaway. I know. Without fail, people will watch and they think they can win something. I know. And I love blessing y'all with, so let me post yours. I love blessing y'all, but People are weird. For example, I love blessing everybody. I don't just give away to you guys, I give away to my community. For example, I gave away to a girl at a restaurant. I blessed her with a quilt. But what happened is, this is what happens, the downfall of being kind and giving away. The downfall is that I gave away a quilt to the little girl and she was real sweet and I wanted to bless her. And I really wanted to bless her specifically, right? And her boyfriend stole her quilt. So then I see her again, and I don't care what you do with your quilt. I don't care. It's yours. I gave it to you. It's a free gift. It's done. But she turned around and she says, "Yeah, I gave the quilt to my boyfriend. Took my quilt. She didn't give it to him. He took it." And then she turns around and she thinks I'm Walmart, and she wants me to give her another one. And I said, "I'm not going to give you another one." Because to be honest, those big giant quilts that I've been giving away, they're worth like $1,500 or $1,000. I'm literally, if I go and just charge for material, they're worth $1,000. But if I go and I charge for the time invested to create those quilt tops, and I got blessed finding them. I really did get blessed finding them because they were, I got blessed finding them. They're only $35. And I'm saying only, for some people, that's an extreme amount of money. And it is a lot of money. $30 is a decent amount of money, especially with the economy right now. But if I go and I share what I put into the quilts, I put in probably like $150 for batting, back fabric, and that's not me charging for my time or my quilting service. And what happened is I gave her the quilt and her boyfriend stole it from her. And she turns around and I'm eating at the restaurant. And I don't care if you talk to me or don't talk to me. When I give something away, I give it away. There's no obligations. You don't even have to be kind to me. You could be an a-hole to me. I'm good. I'm really giving away for myself, not for, and look at, this is the worst. When I'm giving away not for I'm doing it for myself. The truth is, when I give away gifts like that, it makes me happy. I am happy. So I give things away because it makes me happy. There's no obligation. There's no expectation on my part. It's free. But what happened at that restaurant, and I'm just saying the restaurant because it's happened here on YouTube, on Facebook, on this platform. Apparently, like now, everybody at the restaurant is talking about the lady who gives away quilts. And let me just say, like, when I give away quilts to you, my community, I'm giving away quilts because you guys know what this is. You know what this costs. You know, like, right? And I know that if I give you guys the quilt, you guys would really recommend. You really would, like, take care of it. You'd love it. You'd protect it. You'd appreciate it. Okay? That's y'all. My quilting community. That's you. But so I gave the quilt to the little girl, and it's one of my favorite quilts, and I blessed her with it because she was just a pretty waitress. She was a beautiful waitress, and I just thought she was a pretty lady. Well, her boyfriend took her quilt from her. Well, my thing is I'm only giving one quilt to everybody because I want to bless as many people as I can. So all of a sudden, she's like, "Yeah, my boyfriend took my quilt from me," and now she expects me to turn around and she expects me to give her another one. And the answer is no. And so this sweet lady that gives away quilts to everybody is now being pressured on. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm under pressure that the one person I just gave a quilt to because I just wanted to bless, now all of a sudden I feel like I have to give two to somebody, and that's not my goal. And then this is the other aspect of it. People think, whoa, the girl has money. And since she has money, let her give everything away. And there's like, it's rude. So the girl who asked me for another one, I said, she goes, well, I'll buy it from you. Because she's thinking I got it from Walmart. And I said, ma'am, and I told the little waitress, I said, this quilt costs $1,000 just the material, not including the labor, not including time, not including anything. Like, you need to go get that quilt back from your boyfriend because I'm not giving you another one. But there's this weird expectation that they think because you're generous, like, give more. Okay, so then, because now at that restaurant, I'm the lady who gives quilts away. Stupid. This lady comes up to me and she says, hey, since you like giving quilts away, and there's this rudeness to it, some rudeness to it. She goes, I have a king size quilt. Can you give me a quilt too? But I need a king size. So all of a sudden, because I'm giving away, I gave a quilt to this waitress, and then the waitress wants another one. And then there's 3 waitresses there. I gave waitresses to other people. All of a sudden, like this person who talked to the owner told her, hey, go rub on her, go pet her, go talk to her. She'll give you a quilt. Like, get the hell away from me. And I told the lady, I'm like, no, I'm not making you a quilt. Like, she goes, well, I'll buy it. I go, you can't afford me. And the answer is no. Since you can afford, like, why don't you just sit down and do it and get away from me? So then it becomes something stupid. And I also think it becomes something demonic. I think it becomes evil. Like, the devil will turn every kind act into some evil thing. And it becomes evil. Like, I was here and I was sharing, like, batting and stuff. And then, it just it kind of defiles it, makes it kind of dirty and muddy. So I did a live stream and I gave away all the quotes that I did on the live stream. And for a couple people, because they joined my live stream right away and because they come to my live stream all the time, I went ahead and I blessed them because I've seen that you comment and you respond and you show me that you're here and then showing me that you're willing to invest time with me. So yeah, if you're the first one to log on and I saw you logged on last week and you logged on the week before, yeah, I'm going to bless you with a quote and I'm going to pick you out of the crowd. But it was weird that weird people who I didn't even see commenting, let me make it go out, who I didn't even see commenting, all of a sudden started commenting because it's this weird pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Well, pick me because we see that you're giving away, but I'm picking people who have been like June has been here, Betty has been here, Beth has been here, Clarissa's here all the time. Like, and I see you. There's Donna who's here, Wendy who's been here. I think it's David or something like that is your name. You guys have been here. And so for me to give you a quilt, you've been here since last month or 3 months ago. You've been coming. But it gets weird. It gets uncomfortable. It gets kind of like, it gets dirty. So one of the days that I did a live stream, it got kind of dirty. It got kind of weird. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to give away quotes on lives anymore. Like, if you're going to watch me, you're going to watch me. And privately, if I want to give a gift away, I'm not going to announce it here. I will find you on Messenger. I will find you on Facebook. And some of you are on my Facebook group. I will find you somewhere else. And also, too, there's a quote that I gave away to this wonderful subscriber. Her name is Nana. And it's kind of been hard. I wanted to send it to Canada. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on Etsy and I've been trying to find her address and send her something from Canada to send her something from Canada because here I want to be a person of my word. And I haven't kept my word. I didn't give her or send her quilt because of the tariffs. And it becomes something that's supposed to be good and easy and fun and a blessing. It becomes like muddy, dirty, uh, people are like coming on here. Like, someone was commenting about something I purchased And then they're saying, well, I can't do what you do because I don't have what you have. And that's not what this is about. I just wanted to love y'all. There's no, I think this, a lot of people who may be on here become competitive, and I don't know. I just want to like bless the people who really love me, who really are following me, who are really here for me. And I'm not trying to make it selfish. I want to be here for you. I want to bless you. I got to meet like 3 subscribers or 4 subscribers on the Houston Quilt Show, and I had quilts in my car, and I gave them quilts. One lady, I couldn't get her anyway, because I had a stomach ache when I first got in. But yeah, so honestly, let me see. I've gotten to the point that if I do a giveaway, it's gonna be, come on, get off. It's gonna be a private act. I'm trying to make the machine stop. I'm gonna do it privately because I don't follow anybody with expectation of getting something out of them. Because the truth is, it's the other way around. People who are followed, they want you to buy their BS. They want to sell, they commercialize their YouTube constantly. So they're on YouTube and they're doing like dumb commercials. Like right now, I have 4 or 5 emails of different companies that want me to use this channel to do long form content. And they're willing to send me $500 to do a video to try to sell you something. I also too, like when I got the laser, I'm a partner with Eon Lasers. I'm in partnership with them. I literally removed myself from the partnership, and I love them. Okay, the company's great. If you want a laser from them, I recommend them. But I was a partner, and I'm not a partner no more, so I don't get no benefit or gain if you decide to get a laser from them. Or right now they have embroidery machines. Now they have 3D, where it prints, UV printing, and it prints on wood, plastic, glass, whatever. So, but they were asking me to start making videos of my laser stuff on here, and I said no. And then they wanted me to sign a contract where I'm obligated to do short content, long content, and different content. And I'm like, you don't pay me. You're not paying me. And they wanted to obligate me. And I think that I could sell you a whole bunch of crap, but I refuse to. I've been here for 10 years, on YouTube for 10 years, and my channel has not grown. I do not have a big, okay, you guys say 24,000 subscribers that follow me. I have 24,000 subscribers, but a good 3,000 of them are people who watched how to remove vinyl from their shirts. So I have a good amount of subscription count that comes from 4 videos. And if you remove them, I probably have only maybe like loyal followers that I probably have maybe 2 or 3, maybe 5. Maybe 5. Now, if I want to dramatize my video and talk about like, oh my God, I won't drama, you guys will watch. If I say like something screwed up, y'all will watch. If I say my life is in chaos, y'all will watch. But if I don't do any of that, I have a good 1,000 people that watch me. A good 5 to 1,000 people that really kind of come and hang out with me. I had a lady who I saw at the Houston Quilt Show, no, the San Antonio Quilt Show, and some of y'all are rude. Some of y'all subscribers are rude. You're so rude. She watches me. She's been watching me since probably 2018, and I've met her a couple times. She's local. Anyway, she was at the San Antonio Quilt Guild, and I don't think she realizes that she's being rude, but she's being rude. She literally comes up to me and greets me and says hi to me, and then she turns around and she goes, well, I don't watch you no more. So what are you doing now? And I'm like, first of all, you don't have to tell me that you don't watch me no more. Second of all, why are you running up on me? Why are you running up on me? I think what happens is people get jealous of you, or people get mad at you if you don't do what they want. If you don't post them on YouTube, if I don't post their quilts on YouTube, they get mad that I didn't showcase their quilts, but I showcased other people's quilts. Like, if I showcase your quilt, it's because I want to. It's not because you brought me work. Like, bringing me the quilt doesn't obligate me to show it. Some people, like, I'll show their quilts and they're really excited because they say their quilts are famous, which is fine, and who cares, right? But um, there's also too, like, I've showcased some of my favorite quilters or customers, and then they use my channel to like they use my channel to get themselves ahead on what they're doing for themselves, and I think it's kind of rude. They're literally clip videos of content that I made, like they'll clip footage that I filmed, that I edited, and put it on their own channel. They'll put it on their own videos. They'll put it on their own groups that they follow, and they're using my creative property, and they don't see that they're rude. And I think sometimes the reason I'm not doing giveaways or posting my clients' quilts, because it becomes a free for all. People think that they have rights to own whatever I'm doing. So it just gets dirty, it gets muddy. Stop it. And I'm just sharing, like, this is what it is. And that's why if I am going to give a quilt away, and let me just say this, if I blocked you from my Facebook group and I have given you a quilt and I can't find you, I've removed some people here that they went on my Facebook group and started selling shirts and started posting shirts for sale. And I remove them and I block them. And so there's a lot of people that see your channel growing or your following, and then they want to hitch themselves on your bandwagon so you could drag them along. And there is a couple content creators that got ahead the wrong way, and they got followings by having another content creator who was grinding it out, and barely getting anywhere, doing it the right way or doing it the hard way on YouTube. They cheated the system, and now they have 50,000 subscribers, and they're using you to get money off of you. They're making classes, they're doing all these, they're advertising themselves, and they're just using the hell out of you. And I refuse to do that. I rather go slow and steady and create my following the slow way. But yeah, what happens is people think that they have a right to, like, I've literally had some people clip videos of my content and put it on their channel. And they don't think they're wrong. And they don't think that what they did is being dirty, because editing a video takes 6 hours. That's why I like live streams, because then on a live stream I could sit here with you guys, and I can change the switcher and everything. It's what another content creator was on here, and she's the one that cheated the system. She's like, what cameras are you using? What switcher are you using? Because no one wants to figure it out for themselves. They want to cheat the system. So I understand that people want to do a live stream so that they could get something for free. And I'm a generous human being, and I don't mind blessing people, but I'm also kind of wanting to be a little bit more cautious about people that I have in my life. I have to be a little bit more cautious, I found, because some people are really in it. They're really in it for they really are my friends for the wrong reason, and they're really watching for the wrong reason, and it's okay. One lady was saying to me, I don't even know, it was one live. She's like, I was sharing, and I'm going to be honest, and I don't care, and I'm sure I'm offending some people and pissing some people off, but you all behave like you want to behave, so I'm going to just be honest. One lady, I was sharing how I bought batting at Marshall's Dry Goods. It cost me $135. I bought 2 rolls, and in January, I spent $135 per roll, Marshall's Dry Goods. I went through both of them. I bought a new set, and someone made a comment about the batting, and I think maybe They were hoping that I would send them batting for free so that they could quilt their own quilts. And it's just weird. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And let me just be clear. Whatever money I make on my clients, I put towards giving away the quilts. Whatever I made on my clients, I put it towards purchasing the switcher and the cameras. Whatever I made on with my clients, which I work my butt off for them, I bought DSLRs. Whatever I made with my money, I have reinvested it into my channel. And so I just want you to know that it's not free for me. It's not free for me. And but it does something to my heart when it's appreciated. It really does something to my heart. As I gave a quote to this man at that restaurant, and I walked into the restaurant late, and he was so sweet. He says, anything for you. And this is where I love people's hearts. He says, I told my mother about you, and I told my mother about what you did for me. I was asking God to give me, like, I wanted a blanket for my bed. And it's crazy how I was asking God for a blanket for my bed, and you gave me this quilt. And he turns around and he goes, and I told my mom's a prayer warrior. My mom, she prays hard. She's a prayer warrior. And I told her to pray for you and to keep you in prayer because what you're doing is a God thing. And I guess I want people to know that I'm doing this unto the Lord, unto God. And I'm praying for the quilts, and I want, like I have my own reasons why I'm trying to, what can I say? I'm trying to keep my truth. I told God if he gave me a long arm that I would give people quilts for free. But let me just tell you that the quilts that you're getting for free, they have been prayed for. If I have them on my lap and I'm binding them, while I'm binding the quilts, I'm praying for the quilts. I'm asking God to bless whoever receives it. I'm asking God that God blesses their life, God restores them, God loves them, that God speaks to them, and that God just moves on their life, whether they want God in their life or not. And because I got the long arm and he gave it to me, I'm keeping my, it says that man does not keep his vows before God. I'm keeping my vows that I made unto the Lord. But there's this weird behavior that happens. And yeah, I just want you to know that when you guys get the free quilts, it came with a lot of hard work and a lot of love. And to know that it's a gift, like it's a gift, it's a real gift. It's a costly gift. It's an expensive gift. But yeah, sometimes I gave a quilt to this girl, and she's an atheist, and I just, it was put in my heart to give her a quilt. Okay, it was. I didn't even know. I don't care what her religion, her belief system is. It doesn't matter to me. We all will go where we put ourselves. It's up to us. And so she says, oh my God, the quilt you gave me is so beautiful. I sleep with so much peace with it. And I go, oh my God, I'm so happy. I prayed for that quilt. I really prayed for God to touch you or to touch that quilt so that whoever lays on it, they have rest in their life. And she goes, I'm an atheist. And I go, well, that's a give it away, I guess, because you don't believe in God. What do you do? You just, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're an atheist, or I don't care. I just care that I prayed for it and I bless you, and it's clean, and it's from the pureness of my heart. I think that's why the lady with this machine back here, hold on, let me get it too. Wait. Hold on. I took the payment of $2,400 with the pureness of my heart, and I did the right thing when I didn't have to take a burden that didn't belong to me. And when she returned the quilt that I gave her with all my heart and then called me evil, híjole, it burned in a different way. It was really sad. It just burned in a different way because she took something that was pure from me, and I feel like she shoved that quilt and put it in mud of the condition of her heart. And so let me just say this: to give away quilts for free and to bless random strangers, um, it comes with some. It can come with some consequences. It can come with sadness. It, it can come with people who will use like something so lovely and so kind and so pure, and they will dirty it because they have a dirty, messy heart themselves, and they think that what other people do is dirty like them. I had a father, my stepfather, who adopted me. He was a thief and a con artist, and he thought that everybody was a thief and a con artist like him. And no, I had a lady who years ago I paid for her rent. This is the thing I've done for years. I paid for her rent, and anyway, she turned around. She got an inheritance, and she got money. Money came in. She turns around and she she turned it around. I guess she felt guilty that she could have paid me back the $1,800 I gave her, and she felt guilty. And one day she went crazy and berated me, saying that I'm trying to get money off of her, and I'm da 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 da. And I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, I like, you don't have to pay me. It's over. It's done." But she knew that she was crooked. She knew she was a thief. She knew she was a con artist. And she knew that she was being dirty when she could have paid me back and didn't want to. And I was like, I'm not even, you keep the money. I'm not asking you for it. I'm I'm clean. I'm not. And she called me a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief. And I remember looking at her. I go, the thief is not me, girl. The thief is you. You're the thief, because you know how you did everything, and you know how you're playing games. And so just be free. Whatever you give to somebody, don't expect nothing in return. Don't even expect gratitude. Amen. And just be thankful that you could give, and that you did give, and that you did it right, and that you're going to stay right. You're going to be kind still. You're going to still love. And I think a lot of us get offended. Well, I did this for my daughter-in-law, and she wasn't thankful. Or I did this for my son, and he did. I think sometimes we have, and this is what I had to learn in my Christian walk, sometimes we have like invisible shackles on things that we give to people, and there's this expectation of return. And once you give it, it's free. It's done with no expectations. And so karma will take care of those. Yeah, I love you. Well, we better pray for karma to be kind to them. And I think karma is God. What you sow, you reap. Hi, Clarissa. How are you? I was telling everybody that I'm going to send you your quilts soon. I have both of yours, Beth's or Betty's. I'm not sure. Also, Clarissa, can you please text me your address? Yes. Honestly, what a privilege I have, right? What a privilege I have. The other day, what a privilege I have. The other day, I found $200. I was so happy. I was like doing the Jesus dance. I know it's my money. It's money that I earned from a job that I did, and I probably had it in my pocket or in my bra, and I didn't want to lose it, and I shoved it in a drawer, and I forgot about it, and it disappeared, and just it's gone. And but I was so happy that I found the money. I mean, I felt like I got paid. Even though I got paid probably like a couple of months ago. But yeah, it is a business. I just want you to know that that doing this is not free. Content creating is not free. And for what I've earned on content creating, I should have quit a long time ago, because this is not going to, I don't have enough viewerships to make money on here, and I don't have enough of a following, even though it looks like I do. Then, yeah, no, it doesn't pay bills here. This doesn't pay bills, but it does pay. It does pay. Like it's a blessing that you guys greet me at the Houston Quilt Show. It's a blessing that I feel like we're sisters, you know, sister makers or brother makers. Like we're people that are creative, and we have this beautiful community to share like things that we all do independently. Like some of you do other types of quilting, some of you are long armors, some of you and honestly, the long arm quilting community is full of gatekeepers, full of well, I don't want to show anybody how to long arm because they could go buy one themselves. And I think it's a blessing. There's some women here that have done embroidery work and they're successful. They're working their ass off. I was real successful with embroidery work. I made a lot of money in 2 seasons. And man, it was a blessing because that's how I paid for a new refrigerator. Come on. That's how I paid for my washer dryer. That's how I paid for, and I know that some of the people that watch my embroidery, like they went to Madeira to embroideryonline.com to buy their Madeira thread, because I shared where I bought my thread, where I bought my stabilizer, and they're going there to buy their thread, which is great. To me, I think if I'm helping women stay at home and work from home and be like moms that bring in income and are still there with their children, and they know that their children are safe because they're there, I think I won. Because I was a child that was not taken care of by my mother. I was a child taken care of by a lot of strangers. And so when I had my children, I had to make income, but I didn't want to leave my house. And so I found ways to make money from home. So I just wanted to share that. Like, I think that's, I don't care. If I know there's a lot of people who they mimic me, they want to do content creation with their little long arm, and they're on TikTok. They want, and if it's making you money so that you could take care of your kids and you could stay at home with your family, like I won, because having your children taken care of by you is very important, I think. But a lot of long armors will not share nothing, because there's a whole giant world out there, a whole world out there that belongs to all of us. And yeah, but there's a lot of people who are selfish and they only want to be the successful ones. Like the girl who used the other content creator, I told her, you better shout out the girl who helped you. She's like, well, we're not friends no more. I go, I know you're not friends no more because you just used her. You were her friend to take advantage. She goes, well, I've worked my ass off. I go, no, you didn't. Because for you to grow the way you grew because of someone else. And so the algorithm caught you and you cheated the system. Well, no, like, and she's still cheating the system. She wants to, she has these events and she has this happy mask on, but I had a client who knows both of us, and she says, I went to her event and she was sitting in a corner and she's like, I hate people. I hate them so much. I just want to, like, and can you imagine, these people love her, they follow her, they think she's like bigger than apple pie, and they're literally spending their retirement money on her to go to her sewing events or her embroidery events. And then she goes into another room and takes the mask off and says, I can't stand these people, while she's cashing in on them. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. It's kind of sad. To me, it's sad. So I think just, it's kind of sad. And so just kind of sad. That's all I can say. And the friend that she took advantage of to get ahead, and I think at this time she has like 55,000 subscribers, and she has a really beautiful following, and she's just a fraud. She's just a fraud. And yeah, you have to be honest. All of us, even if you're here and you're doing content creation, don't do this to be famous. Do this to be a blessing. Don't do this to just make money, which one of the things I am thankful for this following, I got a lot of people who sent me their quotes. I have a lot of clients that found me on YouTube and have brought me their quotes. And I get to meet those subscribers in person. And I get the privilege of quilting their quotes. And I get the privilege of blessing them and helping them. And that's where I think it's a blessing. But do everything with the right heart, I feel, and have fun. Have fun being a mess, because I'm a mess, right? Be fun. Have fun being a mess, because I don't know. I guess there's a lot of cheaters out there, and there's a lot of cheaters, and I rather be here alone and not popular and do what I love, because trying to keep up with the popularity group it's hard. It's a lot of work. It's the wagon with each other. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why I literally do not watch, Just Jones said this, I do not watch other sewers or content creators in my field. Sometimes I watch that girl who does custom quilting. She quilts, she custom quilts. Sometimes she comes up on my shorts. I don't even know what her name is. I don't watch her that much because, well, I do watch her because I want to be sometimes, like, I want to quilt like she does. Like, she does pebbles, like, she does circles that are great. She does, like, wow. And that comes with practice and that comes with talent. But I do not, so Missouri Star Quilting, I don't watch them. I know there's a couple of content creators that watch them. And this is how you know it's a whole bunch of copycats copying each other. So if Missouri Star Quilt comes out with like a Christmas thing, sorry, come on. They come out with a Christmas design. All of a sudden, you see other content creators do that in their channel because that video was popular. You can see other content creators. There's this guy who did furniture out of pallets, and people watched the viewership. He got 2,400,000 views. So now other lumber pallet makers or other people who are like random people who do woodwork, guess what they're doing? Now they're all finding pallets. They're all making pallet tables or pallet this or pallet that or pallet this and that because they saw him making a lot of views, and then they want to make the same viewership. And so they're copying a person's idea. And so now we're overflowed with a whole bunch of pallet content creators because they can't think for themselves. And they don't have that sense of creativity. And so that man who is doing those pallets and stuff and is doing great content, his content is always different because he's so creative. Hey, shush. So that's the problem with YouTube. Everybody wants to copy someone else. And that's why I refuse to follow other people, because I want everything that you see to be authentically me. Like, I want it to be like, yeah, I mean, I could have watched someone doing these. That's stupid. I need to fix that. Like, I could have watched someone doing it. I could have watched somebody, but why? Why not struggle for real and make a mess and make it look? sloppy. And I'm sure, like, I'm going to show you. My kids are laughing at me. I'm sure y'all, let me move this. Hold on. And this is the fun of being you. This is how this space has entered into chaos. Don't turn. Sorry. And what YouTuber shows that? Like this. What YouTuber shows that? Let me show you what is working. That. No one shows this stuff because they want to show a fraudulent life. My daughter was saying that there's this girl she watches on YouTube, and she says from chaos into order. And so this girl's a content creator, right? And she's selling her book, Chaos to Order. And she has her mother-in-law babysit for her. She has her mother babysit for her. She has an editor. She has her husband help her on her channel. And her house is immaculate. She has a maid that comes and cleans her house. She has everything. No wonder she has everything in order. She has like 10 people helping her. And here my daughter is watching her. And my daughter has 4 kids, 3 dogs, a husband, herself, and their little kids. Her house is out of order. There's stuff on the floor. There's toys on the floor. And I said, Mija, that's reality. That's what everybody is dealing with. Everybody. And what she is sharing is a lie. It's a fraud. It's fake. So I don't know. I just want you to know that I'm trying to be as real as I can. And I really am trying to be as real as I can, as honest as I can, as truthful as I can. Like I could have not shared what happened to me there. Wait, there, because I can't see it. I could have said my life is kumbaya, everything's perfect. Oh my God. But the truth is that's none of us have a perfect life. None of us have it together. None of us. And so none of us who do long arm quilting, I remember when I used to watch content creators on long arm quilting, they never shared a warped quilt. They never, and I'm not trying, Leah Day made a comment about me. Okay, no, I don't know if it was Leah Day, okay. It was her. She said something, and I think she's right, and it's honest, and it's her point of view. She goes, I'm never going to share another person's quilt because that's so disrespectful. It's kind of rude. You're like shaming them publicly. You know, and I guess it is that way. I guess it is that way if like just because your quilt is warped doesn't mean it's a part of your character. Doesn't mean you're warped. It's just that the fabric stretched. It's just that the block stretch. It's just that like Lorena didn't square everything up. Lorena didn't make sure that everything was lined up perfect. It just, and a lot of us are doing this because we love to, and it just, like you could see like the fabric, like, hold on one end, it's, and when I quilt it and it's warped, I'm not gonna care because I know how to fix it. And I feel like I'm just trying to share my clients' work. Well, one, that's what I was working on, and that's what I was filming, not to be, oh my God, look at what they did. It wasn't even about that. It was like, oh my God, how do I fix this for the long armor? For someone who could learn the way I've had to learn where no one showed it. And I know some other content creator, and I'm going to share Jamie Wallen. He was like, I don't think warp quilts is it's a thing. Well, yeah, for him it's not, because he makes most of his quilts, and maybe he has perfect sewers, or he's taught perfect sewing to his clients, and maybe he just hasn't run into it, but it doesn't mean that it isn't out there. And so you have people that kind of look at other content creators and are criticizing, and I'm just sharing my life, and that's the truth. I have a warp quilt on my long arm. But when I finished it, I stretched it, I watered it, I ironed it. People like, oh my God, you telling me to iron? They're dealing with what I was dealing with, and they're working for their community. And not everybody in this earth is sewing perfectly squared blocks, perfectly squared quilt tops. And the blessing is you don't have to, because if you are a long armor, you can find ways to fix it and make it beautiful for them. But yeah, some people, um, damn, this world is so hard. Everybody, like I had family members that were so hard on me. They had a heart of perfectionism, and I was 150 pounds and I was beautiful and nothing was wrong with me. And they were calling me a buffalo butt, and they were calling me obese, and they were calling me names. And because of their words and their declarations over me, and just the spoken word over my life, I became a 300 obese person, and I'm dealing with obesity now when I was perfectly fine and nothing was wrong with me. But they wanted me to be anorexic, and they wanted me to be a wafer, and they wanted me to be bones. And even if I would have been that, I would still never have been good enough, because it wasn't, I've learned as an old lady at 53 years old, I've learned it wasn't really about me. It was about the person that was speaking it. But I had to learn it the hard way, because it messed up my brain. It messed up my behavior with food. It did a lot of damage. And so you don't have to be perfect. Just give yourself so much grace. Love yourself passionately. That's why I'm learning how to wear those stupid sleeveless shirts. And I'm letting myself show you my belly. And I'm just letting you see like the day where I wear makeup or no makeup, because I want you to know that there's many versions of me, and most of them are messy, and and uh, and it's horrible to say it. I don't give a shit. Um, Someone said something to me a long time ago, and they said, "Man, you're wearing a." I was wearing, and I want to share this because it's so true, and it just spoke to my heart. I was wearing a brown shirt, blue pants, and black shoes, and this girl. Let me just say this: this girl, who used to be a stripper, who used to be a prostitute, who used to be a drug addict, okay, was looking down at me like I was some piece of trash, because I was just wearing a brown shirt, blue pants, navy blue, and black shoes. Apparently, I didn't know how to dress to her. And I remember her telling me this. She says, she goes, "You don't know how to dress?" And I looked at her like, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing clothes. And I love this conversation that God spoke into my heart at that moment, where she was criticizing me and trash talking me. And hold on, I'm trying to get it to. He said to me, he said, "She thinks she is something." And I'm just saying what I heard God say. And I think when people are criticizing you and wanting you to become something that you don't supposed to be, and you're just supposed to be God's child, perfect, wonderful, just be yourself, love yourself. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody, just be His. He says she thinks she is something. And let me just like her life was a mess. She thinks she is something. And he says, "And you think you are nothing, but you are something special to me," he said. And when he spoke that to me, with my brown shirt or blue, whatever, brown pants, brown shirt, blue pants, black shoes, white socks, and she was there criticizing me, I literally heard God say, "Don't look at what she says to you. Look at what I say to you." And that's what matters. And he literally told me I was just fine. I was just fine. I didn't have to have nothing more than have myself and Him in my life. I didn't have to have anything more. I was fine. I was perfectly fine. And I've learned so much from that. I have what I have because He's the one that gave it to me, and I don't have nothing to prove. I don't care if I have 10 subscribers or 50 subscribers or 5 subscribers. It just matters that what I do, I love doing it. It doesn't matter. And I remember when I had 90 subscribers, this man was dying. And he asked me a question. And he says, "I love watching you on my deathbed, You just encourage my soul. What else is this for? What else is this for? I won right there. And he's not here no more. He doesn't watch me no more. But I remember being discouraged, like, oh, I only have 90 subscribers. Ugh. And only 10 people watch me. Ugh. I'm not getting anywhere. And he said that. He commented to me. He says, on my deathbed, I watch you every day, and you encourage my soul, and you give me strength to survive the next day. When he had a cancer in his pancreas, and I think they say pancreatitis or something like that is very you have a lot of pain, and so he says he went through a lot of pain. But I won. When he made me that comment, I remember driving to church and crying for him. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, baby. I was crying for him, like, oh my God, he's having such a hard time, and he took time to comment to me to encourage me. Isn't that sweet? I think that's the best. So the only reason I'm giving you guys a quilt is just to encourage you, to love you, to put wind in your sail and go, I hope you live another day. I hope you survived this week. That's it. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. Yeah, you are fearfully, wonderfully made in the image of God. Yes, in the womb of your mother. I knew you. But yes, I'm keeping you guys too long. So anyway, I'm going to probably leave, and I may come back tomorrow, and I may be sewing here. But I do appreciate you just being here. Just for being here. If I have 10, if I have 20, if I have 4, thank you for being here. Thank you. I love you. I really do pray for you. I do appreciate you. And I want you to know that you're the best. We are here together. Anyway, I love you, okay? Thank you for being here. And thank you for hanging out in my chaos as anyway, my mom was like, stop touching your hair. Stop it, woman. I'm too old. No one's going to tell me what to do.